All right, so I couldn't find the tripod, so we're down low today. Final threshold session done before Sydney. It's been a big training block for Sydney this time, 3 weeks. But it's good. It's good. It's been a good 3 weeks. Little hiccup last week, but the calf is all sorted now. It's feeling good. It's ready to go. Legs are feeling good. Good threshold this morning. Probably a little quick at the start. Been getting a little overexcited at the start of my efforts and slowing down a little bit towards the end, but we'll control that on race day. But it's be super keen for this race. It's gonna be my first road race for a year, or over a year, almost a year exactly. Melbourne last year was my last road race. So this race is just all about building momentum. If I can have just a strong, solid run, it'll be great. There's no time goals. Funnily enough, I'm not even actually that nervous for it yet. That'll probably come in the next day or two when it gets closer. But it's just building momentum, stacking bricks, one at a time. Every session, every race, just a little bit closer getting back. We've got plenty of time over the next 10, 15 years to be running PBs. So this one, just going to try and really enjoy it and have fun. But it's going to be an awesome race. Sydney's a candidate race to become a world major, which is super exciting. And this is the year they could actually do it. They could get next year it could be a world major. It's already this year. It's the Abbott's age group world champs for the marathon, which is really cool. That if that's not a sign that they're probably going to get it, I'm not sure what is. So I can't wait to go down. Leaving tomorrow afternoon. Got to get my hair cut today. Some final jobs. Mow the lawn. Some stuff like that. Get all that done. Film this part of this video. Film this week's video, which is all about shoe rotation, which you've already watched at this point, hopefully. And then it'll be time to go. So I think right now it's probably a good time to skip to a travel montage. All right, we made it to Sydney. Got my number for the race. Number 22 this year. We're having dinner at the same restaurant as last year. It's late. We'll see you in the morning. All right, just got my shakeout run done around the harbour, running over the harbour bridge tomorrow. It was a good run, got it done, did my strides behind the Opera House, which you don't get to do very often. Now we're going to go find breakfast and probably make the hardest decision of this entire weekend of which coloured alpha flies to wear for the race. All right, so we've had a great day in Sydney, running around. Well, not really running around. Pretty chill day. We did have to run around to find some socks. The hard part wasn't finding one pair. The hard part was finding a black and a white pair, because I can't race in the same coloured socks. I haven't raced in non-odd socks probably for 5 or 6 years now, so I'm not starting today. But like we said this morning, I think probably the hardest decision could be the hardest decision that's ever happened, is deciding whether or not to race in the Olympic colour alpha flies or the blueprint ones. I've only done maybe 2 or 3 sessions in these ones, and these ones are brand new, so it's a tough decision. We've got to do the gear layout, get all those photos done. I think I'm going to do the Olympic ones, a brand new fresh pair, and save these for just racing this year. So then this will be the Melbourne pair too. This was always going to be the Melbourne pair, but they might be getting an upgrade to an early race tomorrow. So we'll think about it a little bit more. I'm going to get all my gear laid out, and then we'll pick the camera back up and do the final decision and the goal for tomorrow. They do. And he's like, Rafa is the best example, because he has his like psychotic OCD rituals that he has to go through. And he said that one of the biggest things you can do is have like a race day, like a ritual before the race, or little things that you don't do in training. Obviously not things that are going to stuff up the race, but even one like a little thing can be like, it's a pair of pants that you only wear on race day. So like you might train in skins, and obviously you'd have to run in them a little bit so you don't get chafing, but like you normally only put the skins on for race day. And then it's like a singlet, you only wear that singlet for race day. Shoes, always have a fresh pair of shoes for race day, or a dedicated race pair of shoes. And it's almost like putting on a suit of armor, because you kind of feel like it's special. All right, so the race kit's been decided. Got my favorite Nike singlet from last year. Half tights. You can't go wrong with half tights. Gloves, just in case it's freezing. And not only are my socks odd socks, but there seems to be a little bit of a size discrepancy in Nike's quality control at the moment. But they'll be fine. And the ultimate decision has been made. We will be racing in the brand new Olympic colorway shoes for tomorrow. So what is tomorrow's goal for the race? Tomorrow is going to be a weird race. Not a weird race, but it's going to be different to anything that I've probably done before, because normally coming into any race, I know very, very well exactly what I want out of it. Normally chasing a PB or something like that, but tomorrow's race this year, there's my number, is going to be purely just a celebration of being back fit and healthy enough that I can even start the race. Time will be irrelevant tomorrow, because at some point you do have to be a little bit realistic with yourself and fair to yourself. And given I've had 3 weeks training, 3.5 weeks training leading into this, got to have some level of reality with the goal. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be different to run it like that and just have fun. And well, I always have fun, but sort of let go of everything and just say, you know what? The 10K is probably not going to be on next year in Sydney, and I'm not running the marathon on this course. So this is probably the last time for a while until I decide to do a marathon that I'll get to run over the Harbour Bridge on the road, which is always fun. It'll be the third time doing it. So that's it for tomorrow. I'm gonna finish putting my number on my shirt. We'll get the mandatory gear layout photo of everything, and then we'll see you in the morning for the race after hopefully a good night's sleep. We'll see you then. All right, here it is. The gear layout all done. And a little tip, if you don't like your number moving around heaps while you run, which I don't, if you put the pins through it like this, it can't move. It stays way more still. There it is, the race kit for the morning.
Here we go, race morning.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Walk over. 4:30. Time to roll. Let's go.
Wind over the bridge. Yeah. Yeah.
Something to drink when you're feeling hydrated. Now's the time.
We're getting all the runners coming on in. Official start time of 7:35 a.m. The runners coming on through. This is something incredible. We got some of our juniors mixed in for the 10K here. It's an amazing feat of endurance, perseverance, and personal development. Welcome on through. Not even a broken wrist is going to stop this one. Let's go. Congratulations again.
All right, race done. The weather's coming over a bit nasty now, but before we head home, there's the bridge. We just ran over it. Did 38:15 today, which was bang on what I talked with my coach about, so I can't complain about that. So let's head back home for the full race breakdown. But I thought, what a perfect place to leave it in Sydney before we teleport back to the house. So let's go. All right, we made it back. So how'd the race go? Race breakdown time. To be really honest, it couldn't have gone better. It couldn't have gone better if we had have planned it to go any better than it did. There was one little hiccup in the middle. I did have to stop and use the bathroom, which isn't perfect, but there's a little bit of confusion at the start line around where the toilets were and what the start zones were, but that's all good. It was, it went so well. Huge confidence boost going into Melbourne. Goal was 3:45 pace. That's what decided with my coach in the day before. We thought that'd be a bit of a push, but it shouldn't be really that crazy. And just a really good stepping stone race to getting into Melbourne in, I think it's 3 weeks ish now. So that's it. Not going to go on to it too much because, to be honest, it's Saturday right now, and I forgot to do this when it was all fresh. But it was such a good weekend and just sort of reignited all that hunger to keep racing and keep pushing and all that. So can't wait for the next race. It's only up from here with some hiccups, I'm sure, but there's only one way we can go from here. So make sure you subscribe because I'm starting to have a lot more fun with this, getting a little bit more relaxed. learning the editing. Still got a lot to do, a lot to learn, but trying new things each week and trying to sort of keep making it a little bit better each week. We got music now. That was cool. It was more expensive than we thought it would be, but we still got it. So that'll be cool to be able to start using that. Hopefully you liked it today. Did you race Sydney? If you raced Sydney, put it down in the comments and tell me what race you did. And I'll see you next week.